Hello, fans and friends. Hello. You're welcome to my grammar class. It's still your favorite English teacher, Teacher Fidelia Uche. I am here again to have a very interesting class today with you on Introduction to Verbs. Yes, we want to discuss verb today. All this while we've been talking about other parts of speech. We want to talk about one of the most important parts of speech, and that is the verbs. The verb is a very important, one of the important parts of speech. It is an indispensable word, it's an indispensable part of a sentence. Its function in a sentence can be compared to the blood in the human body. Any statement without verb have limited meaning or incomplete meaning. Any statement, in fact, when there is no verb, there is no sentence. Therefore, we can say that a verb is a class of word that expresses action or a state of being. To this end, it is important to note here that there are functional verbs and there are non-functional verbs. The verb is the only class of word that enjoys the inflectional attitude. That is, it changes with time. It changes its forms with time. Example, eat, ate, eaten. The verb is the only word that can stand alone and make a complete sense. Example, stop, go, come, move, clap, sing, start, and so many others. More so, the verb is so important in a sentence, even when it contains a cluster of verbs, to the extent that any attempt to dislocate this cluster would do a great grammatical harm to the sentence. Let's take, for example, the armed robbers have been arrested. The armed robbers have been arrested. The cluster here is have been arrested and cannot be used as follows. These verbs have been arrested. You cannot dislocate any of them. So in this vein, you cannot read this sentence as follows. The armed robbers have. It is wrong. The armed robbers have been. It is wrong. The armed robbers have arrested. It is wrong. The armed robbers been arrested is equally wrong. This is to show that the verbs are so knitted that they cannot be dislocated without doing some grammatical harm to the structure of the sentence. Now let's look at the classifications of the verbs. The English verb can be conveniently classified as follows: main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Another one is regular and irregular verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs, finite and non-finite verbs, dynamic and static verbs. We will be stopping here for now. I believe you understand exactly what I have introduced here. This is simply the introduction of the topic verbs. In our subsequent class, we are going to look at the classifications of the verbs. Thank you very much for listening. I'm still your favorite English teacher, Teacher Fidelia Uche. Always like and follow my page so that we'll be improving, we'll be growing together. Thank you very much. See you in our next class.